Thanks for the request, Mr. Super Critic Man, aka New DigiView Productions. He changed the channel name. But still, something in my gut says I have to explain a lot of problems with the film. Get yourselves prepared. Yo, what's up everybody? G2Das here. Today, I'm going to be reviewing The Scorpion King. Inspired by the legendary Egyptian warrior, it is set 5,000 years ago in the notorious city of Gomorrah. Sounds like the character from the Marvel Universe, where an evil ruler is determined to lay waste to all the nomadic peoples of the desert. The few remaining tribes, never natural allies, have to unite or perish. Knowing that the enemy relies on the visions of a sorcerer, they hire a skilled assassin, Mathyus, played by the one and only Dwayne Johnson, to eliminate the visionary. Now, first off, just because I'm fair like that, I'll start with the positives before the immense negatives momentarily. I'm very surprised that the CGI wasn't needed as much as I claim to think so. It's all done in realistic locations. Granted, it was all filmed entirely in California, as I recently read the film's end credits. But the way that they do it reminds me of the set design from Raiders of the Lost Ark a little bit, doesn't it? I can tell by the look of the set that it was filmed, it looks exactly similar. So that's a plus. Even the direction from Chuck Russell was really good. Whenever Dwayne Johnson is on screen throwing down with a lot of enemies, it's cool to watch. Same thing with the Kim Morgan cinematography. Most of the time, it was shot really well, but in other times, getting to the negatives now. The editing is choppy. The story and plotline seems more like a lower grade PG film than PG-13. Granted, the violence is still the same bloodshed, typical violence that we see in most live-action fantasy action films nowadays. But the problem with this film is that the action tends to slow down with a lot of slow-mo effects that it almost made me bored senseless. Not putting shade on Dwayne Johnson. The reason he's awesome is because he's trying his best to entertain us as audience members, and he succeeds in doing so. Props to The Rock on that note. But what I'm saying is, besides the fact that when The Rock is on screen kicking butt, the action scenes were a bit boring to me. That needs to be fixed. Now, as for the character development and articulation, let me bring up one of the biggest elephant in the room moments in the history of filmmaking. Arpid, played by Heslov. Throughout most of this movie, I was like, dude, can you just get off the stage just for a moment, please? The idea that he's the comic relief character in a live-action fantasy film, again, it's just executed poorly, at least for me. But you know what, guys? This movie didn't make me too angry. The end climax of the film was very entertaining. I'll give this film props for that. But for me, that's the only saving grace I can give in regards to how it turned out at the end of the day. As a result of all that, The Scorpion King was very forgettable in my honest opinion. Except for Dwayne Johnson, the action was boring. The story was serviceable enough to keep me on my toes on what's going on, but I didn't remember the characters that much, and the scenes tend to drag on for way too long that it detracts from the fun of the whole thing. So as a result, I rate The Scorpion King 3 out of 5 stars. Not that entertaining, but still not that terrible either. I appreciated the movie for what it's trying to give us. But other than that, you can watch it if you want, but I'm just saying, you might be a little disappointed within the first 2 acts of the film. So The Scorpion King. Have you seen it? If you haven't, let me know in the comments what's your all-time favorite fantasy action film set in ancient times. But if you have, come back and let me know what you thought about it. Also, if you like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share that video with your family and friends and favorite it. That's a very good way to show support for this review. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell right next to you so you can be notified of future videos that I have in store for you. And also, follow me on Stardust so you can catch early reactions of movies, TV shows, and trailers. I'll put the link of it below in the description so you can download the app for yourself. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.